What's up, y'all? It's been a minute. Today I'm going to be making, grading Raiders draft class. So I actually thought we had a pretty good draft. So starting off with our round one pick of Brock Bowers. I know a lot of people might be a little bit angry about this pick, but personally, dude, I thought this was a great pick. Best player available. At the time, I will say I was kind of upset because I was kind of pounding the table for Terry and Arnold or Quinion Mitchell. But, then I got to thinking, what it really boils down to is taking the best player available and not reaching on a player because it's of a position need. And when you look at the draft overall, you could make a strong case that Brock Bowers was the best football player in the draft at each of their respective positions. So personally, at first I probably would have given this pick a B, but now that I started using my brain instead of thinking like an idiot. This is an easy A grade of a draft pick. Maybe even an A plus. He just fell into our lap at 13. I can't believe it. Bears taking Rome Odunze and just having Brock Bowers here. The Jets taking the tackle and having Brock Bowers be available is a great pick. So for our round two pick, we picked Jackson Powers-Johnson. This is another fantastic pick. I was actually very happy about this pick. Big, strong guard. Fell into our laps again. I remember a lot of people were mocking this guy to go in the first. Great pick. I'm very happy with it. I think he'll be great. Hopefully he is great at least. I mean, we need guards. Strengthen up the right side of that offensive line. Protect Minshew or Aiden O'Connell, whoever's starting. And then, yeah, we can just get at it. And then for our round three pick, we picked DJ. I want to say Glaze, but I've heard people pronounce it like Glaze and stuff, but I'm going to just pronounce it Glaze, DJ Glaze, pause. So a lot of people didn't understand this pick. I kind of didn't, but at the same time, I've grown to like the pick a little bit more. We did need tackle help. It's not like Thayer Mumford's a bum either. DJ Glaze will have time to develop as well. It's not like he's going to be an immediate starter. He can be if needed, but I think this pick, granted, it could have been a little bit of a reach. I think there were better players on the board. There were definitely better players on the board, I'd say. Can't remember who because I'm an idiot. But I do remember making this pick and being okay, why didn't we take XYZ? I think TJ Tampo was one of the guys that were on the board at corner because we did need corner help. We ended up addressing that. Anyways, we'll get to the corners when I get to them. So yeah, I do think this was a solid pick, though. If I had to grade it, I'd probably give it a B. It wasn't the best pick, but it definitely wasn't the worst either. Yeah. So for our fourth round pick, we picked I'm going to butcher this guy's name. I'm going to call him DCam. We picked DCam Richardson. Fast, athletic corner. Hopefully this guy can develop into something. Super quick. Fits the Raiders' bill of being speed demons. I really rock with that. Raiders posted a funny tweet that said speed kills. Deleted that shit in 5 minutes. So that's a good pick when the Raiders admin is acting out of his mind. So, but yeah, no, this personally, I didn't, like I said, I'm not familiar with this guy's game, so giving him a grade is a little bit disingenuous to me. But from what I've read about this guy is that, he's a high upside player. He can develop into something. He just needs time, and at the very least, too, he's a solid gunner and a hard hitter. So at the very least, if this guy doesn't become a starter on defense, he's at least going to be a good gunner on special teams. So we did get some value for the pick at the position. So I'll give this guy, not to be a fanboy, an A-. Our next pick, Tommy Echenberg, Ohio State linebacker. Don't know too much about this linebacker. Once you get me out of the third round, I'm a little bit dumb. But yeah, I mean, from what I've heard about this guy, strong, playmaker, and apparently his pro comp is Robert Spillane. So if that gives you any idea of what the Raiders are trying to build here, is a bunch of hard hitters, lunch pail type of guys. Looking forward to watching this guy play. For a draft grade, just because I haven't watched enough of him, probably give him a B plus, just because I'm unfamiliar with the pick. But yeah, so this round 6 pick, Dylan Laub, probably butchered his name, but anyways. So, for this guy, not familiar with his game. Shocker. Been saying that for every pick since Jackson Powers-Johnson. Nothing new. You guys should have been aware of this. Yeah, so for this guy, I think he's a very high upside player again. Strong in the pass game, had that 300 or 200 yard receiving game against I forget who. We did need to like get some help in the offensive backfield. So, taking a depth player at round 6, hopefully he can become something. If not, is what it is. This is round 6. But yeah, I'll give this guy a solid B grade. I mean, it's not like there was any like. Here's the thing. People on Twitter will blow up about, oh, we should have taken X, Y, Z in the 6th. But it's like 90% of the players that get picked in the 6th don't really end up being anything. You know what I mean? Or at the very least, like they're backups at best. So hopefully if we can get this guy to be a solid backup running back, cool by me. If he can be a pass game threat as a running back, that's dope. So for our 7th round pick, first 7th round pick, we picked Trey Taylor from Air Force. He's a safety. And this is a pick I familiarized myself with a little bit. This guy won the Jim Thorpe Award, and I've been seeing highlights of this guy everywhere. And people have been all around like the league on Twitter from different teams are asking, how did this guy fall to the 7th? And apparently this guy's cold. So I'm kind of looking forward to watching this guy play. If I really had to I don't know, I've seen the highlights of this guy, dude just seems like a ball hawk. This guy hits hard, plays hard, attacks that ball hard, pause. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm looking forward to watching this guy play. I'm really pulling for this guy. If we could have if we snagged a guy in the 7th round that's a cold, a decent starter, I'm gonna be happy. That's sick. So yeah, we got 2 Jim Thorpe Award winners in Merrick and now Trey Taylor. So hopefully he can become something. I'm gonna hang a lot on this one, bro. I'm gonna say this is an A pick. You guys might disagree, but I'm gonna have to say personally, I think this is an A grade. And then lastly, our last 7th round pick, MJ Devonshire, Pittsburgh corner. Don't know too much about him, so I'm gonna refrain from grading him just because this is the 7th round. Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, highlights, obviously you can only get so much looking at highlights. Obviously people are always going to have good highlights and you're going to be like, oh, this guy's sick. But yeah, I'm pulling for everyone that we drafted. Long story short. And MJ Devonshire, like I said, even if he just becomes a backup, I mean, I hope we can get some good value for him. And I'm pulling for him, man. I mean, the last 2, I believe Trey Taylor, I think it was Trey Taylor that said, he's coming for starting jobs. And I love that mentality. And I hope MJ Devonshire is coming with that exact same mentality, bro. Gun it for that starting job. Because it's not like we have a lot of corners. Nate Hobbs, Jack Jones, then what? Jacorian Bennett, Sam Webb. I mean, it's wide open. Nate Hobbs is a slot. We got our second outside cornerback position is wide open. If MJ Devonshire really puts his, nose to the grindstone, for lack of a better term, I know that one was really posh, rich British type phrase. Anyways, if he really grinds at it, and he makes it for himself, that'd be sick, man. So yeah, I'm really hoping we can do that, and yeah, I'll be dope. Anyway, to sum up this draft, I give this draft a grade of an A. I think this is our first Raiders draft in a long time where we didn't really reach on any draft picks. We picked the best player available in pretty much every round except maybe the 3rd. But even the 3rd I can't be mad about because offensive tackle we did have to address. We didn't even really have depth. So I can't even be mad about that. And then, yeah, bro, I got high hopes for all these guys. I'm hoping all of them make it. So, yeah, just to sum up. A grade for this Raiders draft. I'm stoked for this season. Have yourselves a good one.